So welcome back everybody to a very nasty looking day. I woke up this morning to probably 40-mile-an-hour winds, shaking the camper. We've got some nasty weather on the way. It's actually calmed down a lot from what it was a little while ago. I grabbed all my tools, our little dog scrambled, got over here to the house. I mean, it just cracked daylight. I'm pretty much gonna be trapped and working over here today. All right, so since it's such nasty weather, no outside work's gonna be going on. And I don't really have a whole lot to do today. I'm kind of in between some appointments and some things that are going on. So I think we're just gonna knock out some of that little small to-do list stuff, from toilet paper holders to towel racks, all that stuff. So this is just gonna be another little punch list episode. Let's knock out some of this stuff while we're waiting on some of these appointments. All right, so let me go ahead and forewarn y'all. The next several videos, probably gonna be kind of bland. I have a lot of appointments and things going on in my life over the next week that's keeping me from just coming out here and really getting focused. It's the way that it goes. But I tell you what we'll do. Today can be one of those days that we can knock out stuff that technically doesn't have to be done today, but why the heck not? It's gotta be done at some point. From door stops to towel hangers, toilet paper holders, I've got stuff everywhere. Let's just start diving into a lot of this, and I'm prepared for a lot of this too. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. All right, so one important thing, well, a toilet paper holder. So I looked online, most are recommending around 26 inches high and about 10 inches in front of the toilet. So that'll be kind of over in this particular area for us. Now we want to mount it on the left-hand side. Typically I like them on the right-hand side, because whenever you walk into this room, well, we don't really want you staring right at a toilet paper holder, and you can't even see the toilet, believe it or not, when you come through that room. And this door is probably always gonna remain open. So we'll just kind of hide it off to the side over here. Comes with a little template. Now, if y'all watch back to the framing episode, y'all know I put a ton of blocking in this wall for grab rails for the toilet, and I even put blocking in for the toilet paper holders. All right, so next we are gonna mount a couple of towel hangers. Tiffany did not want a towel bar. She wants two separate hooks. And you can see the way the screws are biting in up here. I went ahead and blocked out for that as well. It definitely pays to think ahead and block out everywhere that you think you might install something, especially something like this could be getting yanked on or pulled on. All right, so those will hold two towels as we get in and out of the shower. All right, so now is a good time to go ahead and put some door stops in. The last thing I want now with us moving stuff in and out and bouncing around in the house is to knock a door handle through this sheetrock that's painted and textured, ready to go. So I better go ahead and get these on quickly before I regret it. So I'm just going with your typical door stop. I did the spring-loaded version, but we've got some black kind of squared off ones to match everything else going on in the house. And let me tell you something, oh my goodness, I do have some other styles ordered with magnets for certain doors to hold open. Oh wow, I don't know what's going on with the Postal Service, but I know y'all have tried to send us some gifts to our P.O. box, and they've been lost all around the country. It isn't just locally here. I have now placed an order for a second time with Amazon for my magnetic door stops and several other things. It got lost for several days. They issued a refund. They just reordered all of it for me after talking with them on customer service. I just checked my phone. It is now showing lost again, somewhere over in Jacksonville, and we have another package that's lost somewhere up in Kentucky. I've literally had 4 lost postal service packages over the last week and a half. UPS and FedEx, no problems. Postal service, what's going on? Y'all gotta get your act together. All right, so I just got this style that thread right into your baseboards. Nothing fancy about these at all. We just need them to work. Simple enough. Perfect. All right, so we had a viewer send us in the mail this little hardware mounting kit for cabinets. So what it is essentially is preset distances for different size handles, 3, 4, and 5 inch, which is what we have today if I can find one. This is a style that Tiffany picked out. She wants on every single door, and this helps you get the handles mounted exactly. So you have different spacings here. So long story short, it's got catches on it. You can slide it up here onto the door itself and then find the marks that fit your handle. Usually it's already preset and spaced perfectly for these, although I've seen I'm gonna have to use a little bit of spacers for some of these, but no big deal. Flip it right over to the other one. I can see right where I want to make my marks over here. And now you can take the provided drill bit, drill your cabinets out, and mount your handles. So let's do that. Now these are very delicate cabinets. I really don't want to blow the wood and all out the backside. So what I'm going to do is start pre-drilling through this side, and then as soon as I see the drill bit come out on the other side, I'm going to stop, come around to this side, and drill back through so there's no splintering or blowing out on either side. And I've got so many to do. I'm probably going to throw this thing here and fast forward. Plus, I'm going to run a vacuum while I drill all the other ones. It'll make a lot less of a mess. So you can see how quick this is. There's my mark that I made. All right, I just seen it come through the back side, so we'll stop. All right, I seen it barely poke through the back side there, so we'll come around to this side and finish drilling out the hole. And this leaves you with a perfectly cut hole on either side without all that peeling back of wood that looks really bad. All right, let's see if this little kit lined me up. I'll use my drill here and turn it all the way down to its lowest setting so I don't strip nothing out, or impact, I should say. This has a nice electronic clutch on it so I can turn it down quite a bit. And look at there, we now have hardware on our cabinets. And as you can see, we decided to stick with that black theme as well that we've continued to carry throughout the house to tie in all the trusses that we've left exposed and all the metal work in the house. Goes great with this black glazing that we have on the cabinets as well. Also, this kit comes with another one. This one is made for whenever you have something, say like this trash can pull-out right here, and I want to put a handle this way, or if you wanted to put one on a pull-out drawer like this, that's what this one is made for. And this one right here is made for putting handles on cabinet doors. So they work the same, they're just made for 2 different directions. All right, I'm gonna throw this in fast forward and start running around this kitchen making a heck of a mess. It's gonna take a little while. All right, so excuse the mess on the counter, but still a construction site. Boy, does that look a whole lot different now with all of these handles. And it is so much easier to operate the cabinets now with all of these handles. So yeah, this is awesome. Being able to easily grab a hold of things, pull stuff out. The difference some handles make. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, that took quite a while, a long while. But with that said, no doubt it would have taken even longer without these little jigs right here. So again, a big thanks for sending those out. But man, that was a ton of holes to drill and a lot of screws and stuff to put in. Nothing complicated about it, just very time consuming. Got one more project I want to knock out for today, and this was a good little punch list session right here. All right, so in the bathroom, we have our vent fan that we turn on anytime we take a shower. Not that we've taken any showers, but you know what I mean. Wait a minute, we got approved for a CO today. Yeah, we've been taking showers. What you think about that? So anytime we leave this room, well, it's still steamy if you take a hot shower, although it does a really good job of getting the steam out. But I have been wanting and wishing that the vent fan would just run a little longer. But if you're going to go to bed, or if you're like us and walking all the way back over to the camper, you don't want to come back out here and turn the vent fan off. And if you turn it off too early, you're still leaving steam and moisture in the room. So I got to thinking, I was like, they've got to make a timer switch. Check this out. I found one that's got a 1 minute, 5 minute, 10, 15, 20, and 30 minute push button timers on the front of them, or an always on switch. So when we get done with a shower, or say we first come in to get a shower, I can bump it on 20 minutes, for example. Get our shower, brush our teeth, and it's gonna run for 20 straight minutes. We may already be in the bed with the covers on us, and then it'll kick the fan off. But it exhausts the moisture and humidity out of this room for a little while longer. I think this is really neat. So I'm gonna have to kill all the lights. No point in recording this in the dark, and I'm gonna pop this in right here. I think that's an excellent little project to wrap the day up with. All right, so I've got it in and tested. You just press whatever minute time you want, it automatically kicks it on, or you can hold that big button for it to be always on. And you'll see here in just a second, it starts flashing, letting you know, hey, I'm about to cut off. Let's see here. And there it is. Just kick the fan right off. That is awesome. What a cool little switch. All right, I think that about wraps me up for the day. And most importantly, anytime you install a switch, if you have true OCD, you will make for sure that these screws are straight up and down. And you'll spend more time on that than you did installing a switch. That's how you really know if you have OCD or not. And when you go over to your friends and family's house, you need to look at that too. See if their screws are straight up and down. I know I'm not the only crazy one. And you wanna know what's funny? I was just talking about the screw thing. Look at this. Somebody has come in my house and turned one the exact opposite direction. Somebody did that on purpose. I'm always having a screwdriver laying right there. I've had friends and family over. I guarantee you, One of y'all are watching right now laughing your butts off because you came and messed with my screws. Don't do that. All right, well, I think it is time to wrap this day up. So, what else went on today? Hopefully y'all have already watched the episode, but today was the day the inspector came. So between horrible, and I mean horrible weather that we had this morning, the inspector coming over for a while, this was I couldn't really focus day. So it was a good day to knock out little things, you know, these feel good punch list items right here. So with that said, yes, the inspector came today and we got the thumbs up. We've got to do a few more things that are out of my control, scheduling appointments, get him some numbers, and then he'll sign my certificate of occupancy paperwork, and we're free to live in this house. That is such an amazing feeling. So now I get to change gears moving forward. I can do little fun things like this because I'm not in the rush now to try to get that CO. Well, it's kind of done now, again, other than those 2 appointments that I have scheduled. Now, we still need to jump outside and paint. We're getting rain every few days, it seems like. I'm in no rush to get to that. I want a good week plus dry spell. I want the porch to dry out, plus we have to do a lot of prep work, and then we'll jump into painting. We need to get focused now on building out Tiffany's closet. That's gonna be a huge job, huge job. The laundry closet, or the laundry folding table build outs, the pantry closet. We have a lot to do. Plus, we're gonna schedule some time to start moving things over the next few weeks. We're not gonna cram the house full of stuff because, well, it isn't fully ready, but we've already got a bed on the way, a very cheap bed frame, because eventually I'm gonna build us a nice bed frame, and we're gonna get set up and ready to start living in this house and kind of living out of the totes and things that we already do now in the camper. And then as we complete these rooms, we'll pull stuff out. Oh, it feels so good to say that. So now I've got to change gears and really focus on those next projects. It's a whole different way of thinking now. I don't have another inspection. That's so weird to say. I don't have to focus on that at all anymore. That feels really good to say. So I can think now, I can breathe. By the time y'all watch this, I'm going to be spacing videos out over a few days. This is several days later. Hey, guess what else? I got called to jury duty. So by the time y'all watch this, I've already done went. So long story short, between inspections, the stove people coming tomorrow, blower door tests that are set up, termite inspections, some hardware store runs, jury duty, Lord knows how long that's gonna take. Yeah, I've got a lot that's keeping me from really filming, recording, and editing. So y'all bear with me over the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna have to space videos out, and then we're gonna dive right back into all these house projects. Oh, good old jury duty. This is my fourth time. Why am I so lucky? All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Nothing super exciting, but dang, these handles sure make it look good. I love little things like this. The little switch, the handles. It was a good episode. Catch y'all on the next one.